Obviously, I don't want to have that kind of performance, but I'm an NFL quarterback, and you have games like this, and it's all about how you prepare and get better and move on to the next. I feel like the greats and the good quarterbacks, man, they don't dwell on the past. They're able to go through some bumpy trials and stuff, and then learn from it and keep going.
He threw an interception tonight? I never say anything after the first one. Second one, I just said, dude, just take a deep breath, man. You've been here. You're good. Just breathe, let it out, move on to the next play. That's it. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
That was Brock Purdy and George Kittle after the Niners win over the Panthers, but it felt like a lot of the story was around the struggles of Brock Purdy in this one with the interception bonanza, guys. So as you see at the top, Christian McCaffrey getting insane volume. Solid night for Juwan Jennings with the early touchdown. George Kittle got a lot of targets. But, Jay, what's the concern level with Purdy right now? Especially after Mac Jones was very competent in this offense.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned. Yeah. I think that, look, Purdy, the thing is during his season 2 years ago where he was contending for MVP, where he's the favorite with 3 weeks to go, there was this dialogue that, like, Brock Purdy's a game manager and Kyle Shanahan's offense with all these elite weapons. Yeah. Brock Purdy has never been a game manager. Brock Purdy is a gunslinger. He tries the hardest throws. You think about what's the defining Brock Purdy type of throw? It's him layering the ball over the linebacker before the safety, which is like, all right, this is half beat off. This is a pick. That's what he does. He's a high-risk, high-variance player, and sometimes he's just going to roll snake eyes like he did last night, like he did on Christmas night against Ravens a couple of years ago. He's bounced back from these type of games in the past, so I think that we've seen enough from Brock Purdy to just throw this one in the bin, start again. I suspect that he's going to be fine going forward, unless it's actually the toe that is affecting him. But if he's healthy, I think he'll be fine.
He claimed in the post-game press conference, there was a lot of questions asking it for him. It was it's funny, like you'd have thought they'd lost the game, the way all the beat reporters, your brethren.
To be fair, everyone lost this game. This was not a good game.
No, America lost.
Yeah, America lost.
It was,
The Panthers lost the most, but the Niners lost something of themselves in this one too.
It was
somehow they're an 8-win team.
Somehow.
Kyle Shanahan.
I will say, yes,
and some good plays.
Will he bounce back? Sure. Do I think it's this week on the road at Cleveland? I'm not convinced, right? That's a tough matchup. Yeah. You're starting McCaffrey and Kittle. I don't know that I want any part of the Niners offense moving forward against Cleveland. We'll talk about that a little bit more, although it's worth noting, just as long as I'm here, we have a show tomorrow, Wednesday, but then we are off for the rest of the week. We are not doing a show, obviously, on Thanksgiving Thursday or on Friday. We will be back, however, fantasy football pregame Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern on the NFL NBC YouTube channel and, of course, Peacock.
Yep, Christian McCaffrey having the greatest 3.7 yards per carry season in NFL history. The man just grinds.
Dump off after dump off pass.
I'm in a guillotine league with all the people on the Dan Le Batard show, and it was down to me and Chris Cody, the producer. We were the 2 finalists, and I was done, and he had McCaffrey, and I was up by 29 points. And so, I'm just like, come on. Can't Chris McCaffrey just have a 27-point game? Right. And he wound up in that particular scoring 27.5. So I ended up winning that league. Thank you very much. But I was sweating it till the very last series, and they started taking knees as well.
Next-gen stats, Christian McCaffrey forced 11 missed tackles against the Panthers, tied for the 5th most by any player in a game this season. McCaffrey leads the NFL with 83 missed tackles forced entering the Week 13 slate. 10 away from his 2023 career high of 93.
I think that's a little misleading because he just has so many more touches than anyone else. Right, yeah. And it's a credit to him that he's been able to withstand. The question about Christian McCaffrey was, can he get through the season with a big workload? He's got the biggest workload in football by margin, and he's still surviving out there. He's not been efficient, though. He's had one 20-yard carry all season. And I think it went for 20 yards exactly. So, but still, his ability to carry this workload makes him perhaps the most valuable player in fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know that Purdy was so bad and they just ended their drives and then they just stopped throwing because he was bad and they were able to run so effectively. So I don't know that there's much you can take away from the Niners passing game in this one. Kind of just an ugly, let's just grind one out and get out of here. But I will say that as expected, the return of Brock Purdy has elevated George Kittle back into the top 3 tight end that we all thought he was. And at least on a small sample size, it feels like Pearsall and Juwan Jennings kind of canceling each other out.
Yep.
All right, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are serving up the main course on Thanksgiving night when they host the Bengals.
Don't want to talk about the Panthers at all.
Nah,
what about Jay's Tedero and McMillan?
I didn't have a takeaway.
Yeah, that's fair enough. George Kittle got his receptions. Your George Kittle prop cashed. Jennings and Tet fell short for Jay and I. We'll watch the tape. We'll get better.
The Bengals are planning to have Joe Burrow back. Tune into NBC and Peacock as we lead you up to kickoff in Baltimore. And coming up, our favorite early bets on sides and totals. Last call after this.
Yeah. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.